Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. We also have a program that was started in India and now is being rolled out across the world. How many of you here watch NDTV? I hope everyone watches NDTV. Because we partnered with NDTV and Pranay Roy to help address the biggest problem that we have, which is that a large portion of our children are not getting educated in India. Because they go to government schools, and either the schools' infrastructure is bad, or, interestingly, most girls in villages and in government schools drop out of school by the time they are 11 or 12, because they don't have sanitation facilities. There's no toilets for girls. Most girls drop out most children drop out because there's no water to drink. So we partnered with NDTV and with 40 other partners to help address some of these problems, and it's made a small beginning. So far we've reached 350 schools across the country, and we're getting more and more partners involved in this program called Support My School. And finally, a program that we have done, you all know, or you may know, that India is actually a country of shopkeepers. We have 10 million retailers in India. It's the world's largest number of retailers, and most of them are small mom and pop shops with 100 square feet, 200 square feet space. And their biggest worry is that modern trade will come and take away their business. Now imagine if out of 10 million shopkeepers, 2-3 million of them lose their livelihood because of modern trade. We realized this, and what we started is a program called Parivartan, where we take buses, and Kailashi is here, he's got a bus in Ludhiana, and I encourage all of you to come and see that. We take buses that are designed to be like classrooms into small towns and villages. We get small retailers into the bus. We train them for 2-3 hours on basic things like inventory management, accounting, hygiene, how to keep the shop, also how to do a better job of merchandising the products so that they can compete with modern trade. We've now achieved 200,000. In fact, in the next month we will hit 200,000 retailers, 2 lakh retailers. 2 lakh retailers पहुंच जाएंगे. Our goal is to get to 1 million by 2020. That's a program we are very proud of, because every one of those retailers tells us that this is the best investment that they could make of 2 or 3 hours of their time, so that it improves their skills and makes them able to do a better job as retailers. I want to now show you a small video of how we are empowering women in India.
मेरी दुकान खुली, मेरे जीवन का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव है। ये दुकान शुरू करने के लिए हमें बहुत तकलीफ उठानी पड़ी, जैसे रिश्तेदारों से ब्याज के पैसे लिए, और थोड़ी बहुत जो चीज थी वो गहने रखी, बैंक से पैसा उठाया, तभी ये मेरी दुकान खुली, मेरे जीवन का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव है। ये दुकान शुरू करने के लिए हमें बहुत तकलीफ उठानी पड़ी, जैसे रिश्तेदारों से ब्याज के पैसे लिए, और थोड़ी बहुत जो चीज थी वो गहने रखी, बैंक से पैसा उठाया, तभी जाके हमारे यहाँ बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। सोलर कूलर से हमें ये फायदा हुआ है कि जैसे चार्जर लगा है, इससे मोबाइल चार्ज करते हैं, ग्राहक आते हैं और मोबाइल चार्ज करते हैं, और ये लालटेन है, इसको हम दिन में चार्ज कर लेते हैं इसी से, और रात में जैसे लाइट चली जाती है तो इसको जला लेते हैं। हाँ ऐसा होता है, जैसे वहाँ पे अंधेरा है तो लोग यहाँ रोशनी देख के यहाँ चले आते हैं। आमदनी में बहुत फर्क पड़ा है। जैसे पहले कमाते थे 200 रुपये, तो 60-70 रुपये इसकी वजह से रोज कमा लेते हैं। और मैं जैसे दुकान चला रही हूँ अपने हस्बैंड के साथ, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है। और मतलब घर में मेरी इज्जत भी बढ़ी है और मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि, और मुझे ऐसा भी लग रहा है जैसे बच्चे और मतलब अच्छे स्कूल में पढ़ें और उनका नाम ऊंचा हो, कुछ बने, तो ये सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा लगता है मुझे।
So what we've done is, so as you know, India में बिजली का बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, especially in places like UP and other places, Bihar, where electricity, Punjab also. So we get electricity maybe 3 hours, 4 hours a day. Now if you want to sell soft drinks, or even if you want to sell butter or anything that needs refrigeration, you need refrigeration and you need bijli. So our technical team in India developed a solar powered cooler for India. It's actually invented in India, which is now, we're installing it across the country. We already installed 750 of them. And when you install a solar powered cooler in a village जहाँ पे बिजली आती नहीं है, the person who has electricity is king or queen. We only give it to women retailers. हम सिर्फ औरतों को देते हैं. And wherever we have given these coolers, or wherever we have gone and empowered these women retailers, they become more important in the village. They become more empowered, and that transforms their lives, and it then transforms the lives of their families. We also focus a lot on the environment. We were the first country in Coca-Cola system worldwide to achieve over 100% replenishment of the water that we take out of the ground to make our beverage. So, अगर हम लोग 100 लीटर निकालते हैं, तो 100 से ऊपर लीटर हम लोग through rainwater harvesting and other water conservation projects, हम लोग we put back into the ground. In fact, just today I was at Kailash's warehouse, where I saw the latest rainwater harvesting project. He doesn't even count that in his program. But across the country now, every one of our plants, or every one of our, we've got 58 plants across the country. 58 plants where we have water replenishment programs in place, either through rainwater harvesting or other programs that reduce our environmental footprint. But in addition, we've got a foundation that goes and invests in check dams in villages to replenish groundwater. And we've also got a number of energy saving initiatives with our coolers. We have projects to increase mango farming yields with mango farmers. So a number of these initiatives that we do across the country to improve our environmental footprint. So what we believe, and that's what I want to have a conversation with the LMA about, is that for communities and for society's biggest problems today, we can't leave it to the government कि सरकार कुछ करेगी तो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी. Government alone cannot solve all our problems. We have to have a partnership between government, business, and civil society. Civil society is NGOs, communities, panchayats, whoever. Government, civil society, and business have to come together in order to solve the biggest problems that society faces today. Government alone can't solve it. Business alone can't solve it. And neither can citizens by themselves. When we create partnerships and when we get together with each other, An example I'll give is the schools program that we've done. We've got 70 partners involved that are NGOs, partners, media partners. We've got partners in the form of other companies that are participating with us. And that's how we are able to go out and make a difference to 300 schools. So that partnership is really, really important. And as I think about Ludhiana, by the way, my association with Ludhiana goes back 20 years. When I started my career, when I joined ITC, I was area sales manager for Punjab. And I used to come to Ludhiana every week in 1992. तब से लेके अब तक, if I come back and see Ludhiana today, I haven't seen much improvement in Ludhiana. The people are wonderful. I love you. But the city is not changed much in terms of infrastructure. You still don't have an airport. You still don't have an airport. So let me give you an example. I spent 10 years overseas at Coca-Cola, and of those 10 years, most of those years I stayed in Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. How many of you here have been to or heard of Atlanta? Heard of Atlanta? Okay, heard of Atlanta. Anyone here that's been to Atlanta? So, Professor, when was the last time you went?
About 5 years ago, I actually went to the Virginia Business School.
There you are.
University.
So there.
I went to Jagdish State and other lands.
Excellent. So Atlanta was a very small southeastern town that nobody knew about. Okay, in the 70s and 80s, there were only 4 or 5 big companies out there. Actually, 3, 4 big companies. Coke was one of them. Coke has been in Atlanta for 128 years. And then CNN came. Then Home Depot, which is a big retail company in the US, they opened and they were also headquartered in Atlanta. Delta Airlines, which is one of the biggest airlines in the world, they headquartered in Atlanta. And in 1990s, in the early 1990s, Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, which is this picture, used to be so unsafe. लोग जाते थे, होटल में ठहरते थे. They were told by the hotel कि आप कमरे से बाहर मत निकलना, अगर बाहर निकलना है तो फोन कर लो, हम किसी को भेज देंगे. It was that dangerous. It was so dangerous that in downtown Atlanta there would be a murder or a crime almost every day of the week. It was so dangerous that Atlanta downtown had a very, very bad reputation. You could not walk down the streets. There was so much gun. At that time, now, what I found amazing about my experience in the US, and by the way, I loved it, but I love India more, that's why I'm back here. But I feel we can learn some things from there. Is at that time, Georgia Tech, famous college in Atlanta, Emory University, and a couple of other schools, companies, and the government got together and said, let's bring the Olympics to Atlanta. They made a pitch for the Olympics. And in 1996, Atlanta got the Olympics. To renovate downtown Atlanta, the companies also got together and started investing in downtown attractions, in places in the heart of the city. They converted old used parking lots and empty plots into Home Depot. The chairman of Home Depot donated $200 million, that's 10,000 crores, I think. 10,000 crores? No, 1,000 crores. 1,000 crores to build the world's largest aquarium. With his own money, he built the world's largest aquarium in the heart of Atlanta. Coca-Cola invested another $100 million to develop the World of Coca-Cola Museum in the heart of Atlanta. We sponsored a business school in Emory. CNN developed some programs out there. We and a number of other companies, we appointed people from the companies, deputed them to work with the city government. 2-3 साल के लिए we sent them on deputation to the local city government to help them promote Atlanta as a business hub. We also encourage other companies to come in and set up offices and set up housing in Atlanta. Today, this area of downtown Atlanta that used to be really terrible, I mean, today it's one of the most thriving, growing and very beautiful spots in Atlanta. People now come there. पहले लोग आते ही नहीं थे Atlanta unless you had family there or you had business. Nobody used to come to Atlanta. Now this area has become so vibrant that it's attracting tourists and it's becoming a better place for everyone. So that's an example of how business, government and civil society got together to transform a city that no one used to know about, and today at least all of you have heard of Atlanta. And I'm proud to say that Coca-Cola, we played a big role in helping to make the transformation. And I believe that India today, if our cities and our country is going to develop, we have to collectively as a business, partner with government, partner with civil society, collectively solve problems. And it doesn't matter what those problems are, but your problems in Ludhiana may be different from the problems in Chandigarh, which may be different from the problems in Delhi. But collectively, I think if we all get together, and I see in front of me the who's who of Ludhiana business, I see in front of me a group of people that are collectively more influential than anybody else in Ludhiana. I believe there's a lot that you can all do to build a sustainable business and a sustainable community in Ludhiana. So with that, I want to say thank you for turning me on.